In this video, we're going to talk about the DINB, or the Digital Interactive Notebooks, that we'll be using throughout the course of our time in our class. So this is the intro notebook that you should be working on. Note that it is in presentation mode right now, and so that I cannot actually change the text. So if you're in presentation mode, you can click on links. You can advance the slides, but you cannot manipulate the slides. So you're going to toggle back and forth between edit mode and presentation mode. So here's the presentation mode. And if you notice, like, it tells me to type my name here, and that's not going to work. See, it takes me to my next page. So if you hit the escape button, okay, you can come out, and then you can go to the slide and manipulate it. So here I would type in my name. So I'd say Miss, erase all this, and I would put in Miss B, and then I would choose my block, and I'll say first block. Okay. Okay. Then I would go to the next slide. Okay, and here's my reminder about that presentation mode versus edit mode. Okay. Here's every notebook will have a table of contents. So here I have 4 chapters that we're going to work on today. So we're going to look through those together. And then also you might have things like your items in meeting. There's the go to the table of contents page. Here's helpful hints and information that could be helpful for you with a question. And then extra information about a specific item in the activity. So we're going to start with chapter 1. So I'm going to go ahead into presentation mode so you can see it bigger. And we're just looking at the role of digital interactive notebooks. First, you're going to learn some definitions. So sometimes your notebooks will have definitions in them. This is learning modalities and assessments. And then you can note that there's a hint. So it says exit out of presentation mode to edit this slide. So my task says that I need to identify the assessment and learning modalities that work best for you. So if you notice, I have a couple choices. I'm going to click and drag the cards over. Okay. So if I try to do that, it's not going to work. Okay. So that's what it's talking about, going out. So I'm going to come out of that edit mode, and I'm going to sit there and say, oh, learning modalities. I do really well with virtual labs. Okay. And it takes some time. You just got to practice. So I'm going to slide that over. I do really well with choice boards. I like having a choice. Okay. And graphic organizers. Those are like the things that help me learn. Okay. And this might be different for everybody. Okay. Next, you're going to have your assessment. So I do really well with puzzles and exit tickets. Okay. All right. And then finally, it says type here for any ideas that you may have. So I might type in there that I do really well in group settings, or I do really well with video projects. Okay. All right. And then I'm going to go to the next slide. Okay. So I'm going to put it back in presentation mode so I can read the slide. Okay. And here it says, make sure you have a copy of your notebook saved to your Google Drive. We're going to talk about that more in chapter 4. Read the instructions on every page. Okay. And complete your assignments. Note, some assignments will require you to exit presentation mode to edit the slides. When you finished editing, put it back in present mode to access the links. Make sure all your changes are saved in Google Drive, and submit your notebook to the designated due date on Canvas for a grade. Okay, and then here, this tells you it has a video where it explains what's going on. And so you would click on the video, and then here I'm going to write my reflection about how I would use my digital interactive notebook. Okay, so that's the second slide, or the second chapter. Oh, went too far. The third is a tell me about myself. Okay, so here, if I click on the link, it'll take me to a questionnaire, which you'll fill out all about you. and it just gives me some information about who you are. Okay, here, the next task, I'm supposed to rank these, which means I'm supposed to drag and drop, which means I need to come out and go into edit mode, and I will drag my different ones. I love science. I'm not a big fan of art, just because I'm a bad drawer. So I would just kind of move where I think they are. Then it says, what should Miss B know about you to help you succeed? So I would type in my instructions. And then task 4, I'm going to do a flow chart. Where do I see myself at the end of the semester? Well, hopefully my kids will be successful. So I would type that. At the end of 2021, what's a goal I might have? Okay, it might be something as simple as, I'm going to save $500. Okay. By the end of 2023, pay off my car. At the end of 2025, it may be something different. Maybe it's I will have gotten a master's degree or whatever. Like whatever your goals are, it could be financial, it could be school related, it could be whatever. So what are these goals that you might have? Okay. And then finally, on the last slide, okay, I'm going my present mode. One area that's a struggle is staying organized. And so the video, if you click on this video, walks you through how to set up a folder in your Google Drive that you can put all of your chemistry information in. And when you're done, you're going to take a screenshot and you're going to paste it in here. Okay. That is how our digital notebooks are working. Make sure you're going between edit and presentation mode so that you can access everything that you need to.